series of Professional Power Plan webinars is brought to you by the Empowered Professional. Today's Power Plan is about the important elements of finding the right job. In the design part of the Empowered Professionals program, we help you figure out what your ideal career is. But for now, let's say you have a good idea of what career you want to pursue. But before we get started, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Casey Peak, and I'm co-founder of the Empowered Professional. My partner and friend, Katrina Parsons, is the other half of this great company. We both have quite a bit of knowledge in career development and coaching and have decided to bring this experience to you in this series of Power Plan emails and webinars. So, let's get started. Compensation, skill, and passion. These things taken together will help make sure you're looking at and applying for the right type of jobs that will help you realize your vision for your life. So often, we wait to look for a job when we are desperate. We lost our last job, or we're in danger of losing the one we have. Or we've become so miserable at our job that we can't wait to leave. When this happens, we take a position that does not necessarily further us toward our goals. By considering the compensation, passion, and skills that are required, it will help us be a little more discerning about the jobs we look at and be more proactive about our life. Let's look at each of these elements in turn. Compensation matters. Where are you in your career? Think about specifically where you are in your current career. This has nothing to do with your age or education or experience in another field. Are you entry level? Management? A retired consultant? Next, think about how much you need to make to pay your bills, save for your future and emergencies, and live comfortably. If you haven't created a budget, create one. Something that people tend to forget, at least 3 savings accounts. A long-term retirement account, 6 months of your household salary, and a short-term emergency fund. Now, based on this budget, how much do you need to earn? The income potential of the career that you've chosen should easily cover this. Next, think about how much others in your position, in your field, are making. This is a really good place to start. How do your skills and abilities compare to others? Don't base your worth on what you've made in previous jobs. If you deserve more, be able to articulate why. Next, think about whether or not this is a lateral move for you financially. If so, what are the benefits of making this move? Are you leaving due to an uncomfortable workplace environment? Consider staying long enough to make a move that improves your compensation instead. Is the salary the same but other benefits are better? Is it more responsibility? Is it less responsibility? If you're considering accepting more responsibility for the same pay, ask yourself, is this moving me toward my goals? If not, reconsider. Skill matters. Do you have the skills to do the required tasks? How much experience do you have with those skills? Do you have the skills needed to excel in the position? Can you go above and beyond what is required? Can you offer what other candidates can't? What niche can you fill in addition to the basic requirements of the job? If you're a graphic artist, do you have marketing experience? If you're in human resources, do you also have experience training people? And can you learn the skills you need? How quickly can you learn the skills? Are they something that you can learn on the job, or do you need additional training? Skill matters, and compensation matters. With the two together, you can pay the bills. But in order to be happy in your job, you need something else, right? How about passion? Passion matters. Does it give you a sense of accomplishment? Whatever accomplishment means to you. For some people, that's building a piece of furniture. For others, it's making money. For others, it is helping someone. Is this the type of position where you'll feel tired, a good tired, at the end of the day, but not mentally or emotionally exhausted or stressed? Think about whether or not you enjoy it. Does it bring you joy? Do you smile during the day? Do you laugh? Can you appreciate the little things? Does your passion outweigh the parts that you don't like? Every position inevitably has aspects that are difficult or unpleasant. Pushing papers, bureaucracy, the dirty work. Can you see past those things and still enjoy your job? Does this job fit your vision for your future? Will you get where you want to go for your career and your life? If you want to be a CEO of a large company, is this position advancing you toward that goal? If you love to ski, is your job near the mountains? If you want a large family, does the position have a flexible schedule and a generous paid time off policy? With skills and compensation, you can pay the bills. With skills and passion, you have a hobby. What's left? Let's talk about action. Action counts. Are you willing to put forth the effort required to find a job that meets these criteria? Long hours of job search, resume writing, and planning can be exhausting. Don't give up. You may need to compromise in the short term on a position that will further you toward your ultimate goal, but keep searching. Don't wait for opportunity to knock. Go find it. If it's not out there, create your own position. Are you willing to do the difficult or unpleasant parts of the job with a positive attitude? Even a job you love isn't great all of the time. There will be moments that will try your patience, that will frustrate you, that will get you down. Approaching these situations, knowing that you have a great job and willing to do what it takes, will make these moments fade into the background instead of becoming overwhelming hurdles in your path. Do you have SMART goals? Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Do you have a plan to reach your goals? Have you determined tasks to implement your plan? Take the first step today. Combining passion and action without skills or compensation gives you a really great volunteer opportunity, but it's not a job that's going to further you toward your goals. So, let's bring it all together. The 3 elements that are most important to helping you find your ideal job: passion, skill, and compensation. Without action, though, you'll never find that job. So, your ideal job formula: skill, passion, compensation, and action. I'd like to leave you with one last thought to consider: workplace culture. This can be a tricky one to think about before you're actually employed by a company. It can be very difficult to get a real feel for workplace culture before you work for that company. Use some of these tips. Do your homework. Check out Glassdoor's employee and interviewee reviews. Scour your network for anyone with a connection to the company. Is the interviewer your possible supervisor? If so, pay careful attention to his or her style, demeanor, and attitude. Ask for a tour of the office. What is the atmosphere like? Pay special attention to your department. That brings us to the end of this edition of the Professional Power Plan. I'd like to invite you to learn a little bit more about The Empowered Professional at www.theempoweredprofessional.com. Find out more about discovering your purpose, designing your ideal career, developing your potential, and directing your life. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.